The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Robert Saleh gave quite the answer about Hassan Reddick's status for the game on Monday. We'll hear from the Jet head coach, plus break down the latest with Reddick and the team. It's the Jake Asman Show. Andrew Fialkow joins us, so let's hit it and get it started. Man, our Jets are primed for a historic season. We bleed Jets green each and every day. This is not the same old Jets. We have Aaron freaking Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. Let's go. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. The Jets bandwagon is loaded. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show. Here we go, Jets fans. Welcome in, everybody. Shout out to all the Asmaniacs. Reminder, 9 a.m. tomorrow, Friday, September 6th. Oh, yeah, that's tomorrow. New merch inside the jakeasman.com merch store. It's Emoji Week. All your favorite emojis are printed on T-shirts. It drops tomorrow morning. Check it out. Patreon users, you get 15% off on all these shirts and, of course, every item in the merch store. Once again, jakeasman.com/shop. Joining us right now is someone who will be a part of our weekly lineup when we get things underway next week when the Jets start their season. We say hello to Coach Andrew Fialkow of JetsXFactor.com. What's up, Andrew?
What's going on, Jake? I cannot believe we're here. Like, I'm just so ready. I'm so excited. I just can't wait for Monday, and obviously tonight's going to be a good start, but I cannot wait for Monday.
I can't wait, man. And, you know, for those who are maybe a new viewer of the show, we first brought Andrew on last year when he would come on and he'd break down some of the all-22 coaches film from previous week's Jet games. And other than defensive highlights and maybe something here from Garrett or something here from Breece, I mean, it was miserable anytime we broke down offensive film. That all changes Monday when Aaron Rodgers is back, and this offense should go out there and be able to be, you know, I don't want to say best in the NFL, but they should be a top 10 offense. I think that is a reasonable expectation given the amount of talent they have.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously, film-wise, it's just going to be night and day. We were stuck watching Tim Boyle and Zach Wilson, which obviously was just brutal. And we got to see like the good stuff about Garrett, that he was open all the time. So like that'll pay off a ton this year. The more and more I think about it, by the way, I've just been pondering. I think Garrett for Offensive Player of the Year is like in a strong realm of possibility. Like I've been listening to podcasts recently, and even guys that I respect are like very in on it. So I'm being more bought in on it, but that's another story. But yeah, I don't know if you're going to play the clip, but Rodgers today was talking about how if they win on Monday, the headline on Tuesday, Super Bowl champions. If they lose on Monday, same old Jets. That we're going to have to like push back on a ton, obviously, because both, it's just too drastic. Like we just want no one to get hurt, it to be a good game. The offense still has to gain chemistry. It's the first time the 5 starting linemen will be on the field together. You just want to see the little things go well. Like win or loss Monday, there's going to be a lot that's going to be able to be taken from the game that's positive, I would hope, as a fan.
Let's get to some comments that were made, not by Aaron Rodgers, but by the head coach of this team. This was Robert Saleh earlier when asked about Hassan Reddick.
Any chance Hassan today?
Not that I'm aware of, no. Been in meetings all morning. No, I don't think he's here.
So is he ruled out for Monday?
Not ruling him out yet.
How feasible does that go? Like if he were to show up at some point?
It's feasible. I mean, the opponent we're playing now just had 2 guys show up to practice, so you trust that your veterans who know how to do things the right way will get themselves ready to play.
I mean, I hear that, and it's basically like, hey, Hassan, if you show up, we're still going to let you play, assuming you're in somewhat decent shape. Like, this whole thing is bizarre, but it feels like, Andrew, if he's not there today, why would he show up then tomorrow, right? Why would he then show up Saturday? They fly out to the Bay Area, I believe, on Sunday for this game on Monday. It doesn't feel like Hassan Reddick is going to be out there Monday night when the Jets take the field. At this point, if he's not there, I mean, I would be surprised if he plays on Monday. What's your read on that? You don't say. Interesting.
Yeah. I would be extremely surprised if he played on Monday.
The Fialkow delay. Andrew, here's what we're going to do. You're hearing me like 15 to 20 seconds after I said something. So reset your StreamYard, come back in, and hopefully the delay won't be as drastic. Now, while we wait for Andrew to come back, I want to play you guys something. So Mike Lombardi, known Jet hater, right? He's always on the McAfee show. He does a show out on VSiN, former GM of the Browns, was in the Patriots organization for years. He despises the Jets. He might not say that, but I could tell you he despises the Jets. In fact, when he came on this show, Super Bowl week, we got into it pretty good back and forth. Heated conversation. So when Mike Lombardi goes on McAfee and is saying this about Hassan Reddick, that's when you know Hassan Reddick or his agents or both might not be making the smartest decisions.
So the holdout that I don't get, it goes down. It could be as bad of a holdout as Le'Veon Bell's holdout was years ago. Is the Haason Reddick holdout? I don't understand that one. You're just giving away money. It makes no sense. You're due to make $14 million this year. You're going to become a free agent next year, and now you're going to pay almost problematic. So, I think that Jets haven't seemed to move. I don't know why they would move now if they haven't moved.
And that's Lombardi saying that. So I don't really understand what Hassan Reddick is getting out of all this. I want to bring Andrew back on. Hopefully we can get the connection right. Do you hear me okay, Andrew? We still have a delay here. I don't know if this is me or Andrew. I'm seeing the chat is saying that my audio is choppy. I don't really know what to do. I'm going to reset here. Let's see if this works. Hold on. Stand by, people. You know what? We'll play you something in the meantime. How do I sound? Do I sound okay? All right. I'm seeing mixed reports from the chat. Some of you are saying it's choppy. Some of you are saying it's not choppy. What is the real answer here? To chop or to not chop? That is the question. Do we have a show? Do we not have a show? I'm doing a show. So whether you like it or not, quit asking, as Nick Saban would say. We'll try and get Fialkow back on when he reconnects, but I'm seeing enough comments here saying that I sound all right. So the show will go on. All right. Let's just pretend like the first 8 minutes or so didn't happen. But as far as what Saleh said earlier about Reddick, that's where I want to go next. As far as what Robert Saleh said, he's basically like throwing out there, hey, Hassan, please show up. You still could play. I'm going to read you guys a tweet from one of my favorites, the Buffalo Jet fan. I thought the way he described this entire situation was hilarious. Saleh indefinitely leaving the door open for week 1. Joe Douglas opening up $8 million in cap space. The Jets don't want to text first, but they are liking his pictures. That's what's happening here. The Jets have this stance. We won't negotiate with Hassan unless he shows up. Yet you just created $8 million in cap space. If I'm Joe Douglas, I'm calling up Reddick's agent saying, let's get something done. Have this guy show up. Let's get something done. Enough is enough. That's what I would do. But Saleh is leaving it wide open for a deal to be made. And the question is, will a deal be made? Comments, questions, super chats will cut the line. throw them in, and we will certainly get to it. Let's get back to our combo with Andrew Fialkow as we hope that we could hear him. Andrew, hello.
I'm all good now. I hear you clear now.
Wow.
I guess the Wi-Fi is bad, but back to the Hassan Reddick thing. I personally don't think he's going to be playing on Monday. It's just a huge mess, honestly. I'm fairly disappointed. I think he could be a huge contributor to the team, and now we're going to be focusing on practice squad guys that have been made the team. So like we're focusing on undrafted free agents that are going to have to make a big impact. Will is going to have to make a huge impact. But the whole narrative that, like, I don't know if this was on your show or someone's show I was watching. Someone was like, oh, like if the pass rush is terrible. I think Rich Cimini said this on your show, actually. He said, like, if the pass rush is so bad on Monday, then it's going to change the Jets' stance. I completely disagree with that. I don't think one game is going to be like the telltale sign that we need to say, oh, Hassan, come back for $10 more million and we're going to pay you now. I don't think Joe's going to do that, and I don't think that will be the case. But do we want him and need him? Yeah. Like we lost JFM, we lost Bryce Huff, we lost Quinn Jefferson. Those were three huge contributors to the defensive line. And expecting the guys like Leonard Taylor and McGregor and Watts are just going to come in and replicate that, it's not a real expectation.
I've looked at it like this. Without Hassan Reddick, Andrew, I think this defense could still be a top 5 unit in the league. Yeah. I think they're certainly a top 10 unit. I think with them, they're maybe the best defense in the NFL. And that's why I don't understand Jet fans who are just like, screw them, we don't need them. Like, no, you want the best possible team you could put on the field. This guy has had 11 or more sacks 4 years in a row. He'll help you win. What I don't get, though, from the Reddick camp is what is he getting out of not being there? As Lombardi, who hates the Jets, is even noting, he's just costing himself money. And the best thing for Hassan Reddick is to show up, ball out. Someone will pay you next year, dude. You costing yourself money in the short term and then not being at your best to perform when the season actually starts, that costs you even more money in the future. So the way his agent and his camp have advised him here, they've given him some terrible advice, or maybe they're telling him to show up and Hassan Reddick doesn't want to. Either way, Reddick is making, in my opinion, a terrible, terrible business decision by how he's handled this from the start of camp to where we are right now.
I agree, and I also don't know what his whole motive is, because if we're gonna have his contract for next year if he holds out. So what, is he just gonna never play football again? I don't understand it. There's a good comparison is Trent Williams has made over $150 million in his career, and he was holding out, and then they gave him a new deal. So if you're Trent Williams, yeah, you could hold out and play golf and have fun. Hassan Reddick's only made $50 million, not only, but he's made $50 million in his career. He still thinks he could go for a huge payday. Holding out is not helping that at all. I've said time and time again, since early August, come in the building, let's incentivize the contract, let's pay you $2 extra million if you have 10 sacks, another $2 million if you have more than that. We got to find a happy medium here where you could come play football and help contend for a title. This is, if you really do love football, like Hassan is a football player, you really care more about playing football than the money part of it. I understand that he wants to get paid, but we have to somehow incentivize this contract for him to want to be in the building.
Hit the like button if you're tuning in. There's 377 of you watching live right now. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Andrew Fialkow breaking down film for us throughout the year. JetsXFactor.com analyst. He's joining us here. He'll be on the show, we believe, next Wednesday for the first film review of the season with the Jets playing Monday Night Football. The schedule a little bit different next week for the weekly guests, but I promise you, the names we have put together, as elite as any. Joe Beningo on Mondays, Fireman Ed on Fridays, in between Parkinson, Sabo, Parles, Faria, Boy Green, and of course, the guy we have on the screen right now, Andrew Fialkow. Now, Andrew, here's the thing. It was very tough for me to find a good headshot of you. Do you have any other pictures that make you look older than 16 years old?
So that photo was, I was 18. You know what? I've been telling you this. I'll get you a new one. I'll get you a new one.
We need like a professional headshot, or you put on like a headset or something. Look like a coach.
We'll work something out. I'll get that done.
Ladies and gentlemen, he could do it all. Andrew Fialkow, JetsXFactor.com. Super chat here from Bobby's Salty Nuts. Bobby, I apologize. I'm a capitalist. I'm just reading what it says. Andrew, does Will McDonald have enough pass rush moves?
Right now, no. Right now, he's basically a speed guy. So it's not like he's going to go speed to power much. And it doesn't seem like he has a ton of other moves besides his like patented spin move, which we saw works really well in the preseason. And you just can't be a one-trick pony in the NFL. It's not really going to pan out for you. Obviously, it was a concern that he didn't put on weight in the offseason. He's still not a guy that you would feel comfortable setting the edge on your defense in your 4-3 when you need him to set the edge on the run, and he's going to get stonewalled by guys that are over 50 pounds heavier than him. So I'm very, very curious to see how the defensive line snaps play out on Monday. That's going to be something for sure that we're going to have to watch. Because I don't think Michael Clemens is a good player, but does he have a lot more weight on him than McDonald, and he could maybe set the edge better? Probably. So it's what the coaching staff thinks. And look, to this point, Jake, Saleh has done an incredible job. Saleh, Ulbrich, Aaron White-Cotton, they've done such a good job developing defensive linemen. So we have to trust them to some extent.
We're talking with Andrew Fialkow. If you have any questions for Andrew, write them in. I want to get game plan specific with you, Andrew. We'll talk about what the approach you think the Jets should take from a game plan offensively and defensively in this one on Monday. But first, Mr. McMoney with a super chat. Jake, where's Alan? I could tell you that Alan is still watching other YouTube shows. I saw him in the Talking Jets channel earlier. He checks out our guy, Boy Green, in the morning. And I wrote to Alan, why are you ducking the show? And he refuses to acknowledge me. So, ladies and gentlemen, Alan is no longer part of this Asmaniac family. That's it. He's done.
Wow.
Sad.
He was a regular. He used to be. I know Alan well. He used to call in all the time.
Yep. Yeah. Alan can't wait for the Jets to go 3-and-out, first drive of the season, and then he's going to be saying, "See, they should have fired Saleh." Joe Douglas. Looking forward to that. Anyway, let's get to the game now on Monday, Andrew. If you're Robert Saleh, if you're Jeff Ulbrich, if you're Nate Hackett / Aaron Rodgers, what's the game plan? What's your approach? Break down what you would be looking to try and do to either gain an advantage or exploit a matchup or something in this game.
Yeah, so offensively, there's a lot of ways we could go about it. I think Mike Williams is going to be on a snap count, so you guys are going to be watching the game, and I would watch out for the Jets to be in a lot of 12 personnel. So 2 tight ends on the field, Ruckert, Conklin, and just try and get into that little area where we establish the run enough that it helps us off the play action. I think that's going to be huge. Now, staying out of 3rd and longs is also going to be huge. We don't want Bosa being able to tee off. There's a lot of similarities between the 49ers defense and the Jets defense, but they do have Steve Wilkes now still, I'm pretty sure. So he is a bit different. They're not running the same system that we're running. Actually, now it's Nick Sorensen. So I'm not very familiar with him. But they have a good defensive line. Javon Hargrave is very solid. But besides Fred Warner, their linebackers aren't great. It's Devondre Campbell, so they're going to be susceptible to the run. They've consistently been susceptible to the run. That's kind of been their knock on their team. And then their secondary is very good. Look, Travarius Ward is going to be on Garrett. I'm assuming they're going to travel him a good amount of the game. So offensively, I would look to the Jets to be giving Breece 20 to 30 touches, manufacturing it between gap scheme runs, zone runs, screens. That's going to be a lot of the game plan, I would assume, and then a lot of quick passes. We're not going to be having Rodgers hold onto the ball and try and make stuff happen. That's going to end up being a thing because in the NFL, not every play is going to be, I'm going to go to my first read, my second read, and something's going to be there. But for the most part, you hope to see the ball coming out of Rodgers' hands quickly. Now, offensively for the Niners and defensively for the Jets is where it gets a lot more interesting because they have one of the hardest skill groups to defend in the NFL. You have McCaffrey with all these weird motions. You have Brandon Ayuk, who's one of the best players against man coverage in the NFL. So I'm praying that we don't go back to our old ways and that we utilize our defense in the way where Sauce will be traveling with the strength of the offense, meaning wherever Ayuk is, Sauce is going to travel. I don't have a problem with DJ Reed in man coverage against Deebo Samuel. Deebo is not a great man beater. He's never been that type of guy. But it's going to be interesting. How much zone are we going to play? How much man are we going to play? Obviously, when you're playing zone, there's a lot of match tendencies. So you're essentially in man if your guy goes vertical. But we match up well with them. Like these are two of the most talented teams in the NFL, just roster on paper. That's how it is. But I mean, their offensive line, besides Trent Williams, is not great. Purdy holds on to the ball for a long amount of time. He's one of the longest guys in the time to throw category. So again, it's going to be huge for the defensive line. Our defense, we don't blitz a lot. It's imperative that we get 4 guys that can pressure the quarterback. So that's another thing that's going to be really important. I think starting the game off well is going to be important. I would love the Niners to win the toss, defer, and have the Jets go down and score 7, and then let's just see if we put the pressure on them, what happens. But I mean, I could talk about tendencies and different game plans that we could run forever. But really, Saleh had the whole preseason and like the last 2 weeks to prepare for this game. So it's a guy that he knows very well in Kyle Shanahan. So you would hope that the team is going to be prepared.
When it comes to Breece Hall, Andrew, I think this offense, especially early on in the year, it should all flow through him. He might be their best pound-for-pound player on this team. I know Rich Cimini said there's people in the Jet building who feel that way. Like, let's go, man. No, there's no pitch count for Breece this time around in week 1. Feed him, man. Let him take over this game because you could run on the Niners as you're talking about. Like, this to me could be like the Breece Hall, hey, reminder, I'm the man type of game to like a national audience that's tuning in. I mean, Breece is going first in fantasy drafts this year. Like, I think he can make a statement if they give him the opportunity to kind of just be, the best running back on the field. And that's a field that includes the guy who everyone thinks is the best running back in McCaffrey, who, breaking news, was limited today at practice. So he's still on a reps count himself. I heard a Niners beat reporter say that Kyle Shanahan made note they got to, basically protect McCaffrey from McCaffrey. So he's not going to be at 100%. So, let Breece go out there and dominate this game. And if the Jets could dominate the time of possession, that's only going to help your chances of winning this thing.
Yeah. I mean, we've been begging for it for years. We want to see this Jets defense with a lead. That's really all we've been asking for. So let's make Brock Purdy have to be that guy. And I think Brock Purdy is a good quarterback. And obviously he's in the best system, in my opinion, in the NFL. So it's hard, but this is a game that we should be in the entire night. And look, I'm taking Rodgers over Brock Purdy at the end of the day. You want to dumb it down to the smallest things. It's coaching and quarterback play. And while I'm not taking Saleh over Kyle Shanahan, I will be taking Rodgers over Brock Purdy in that case.
Hit the like button if you're tuned in. We're talking with Andrew Fialkow, breaking down the Jets-Niners matchup. Super chats continue to cut the line, so I will read this one here from Cincy Matt, who says, I'm a bigger Jets fan than Allen, and I'm not a Jets fan. Cincy Matt, we love your support on this channel, man. Smoke the Patriots in week 1. Please. I think the Bengals are my survivor pick this week, like most people.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are doing that.
Got to survive in advance, huh? They're not done. Glenn Q with a super chat. He says, Reddick, I'll throw a private VIP suite at Stiletto's Karlstadt after the home opener into contract negotiations if he plays Monday. All right, Glenn, if Hassan's watching, your offer is now on the record. So there you go. Very important question here from Dan. He says, how was Fialkow's first day of middle school? Did he have friends to sit with in the cafeteria? And I hope he likes his Paw Patrol lunchbox. I got him.
Oh, man. I will never beat the allegations, clearly. Honestly, my first day of middle school was not great, but I was busy watching film. They let me bring my computer in, so.
Metro Funny says, can we also throw in Bobby's orange chair and Carly's green and white shoes in the Reddick contract? I'll tell you what, you want to get Hassan Reddick signed? Let him sit in Bobby's orange chair and tell him that you could have that chair at his locker all season long if he reports and signs a deal with the Jets.
Let's just get Bobby on the phone with him, see what happens.
Let's go right to the source.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course. How you
Bobby.
doing, Andrew, my friend? How are you doing?
Bobby, if Hassan Reddick demands the orange chair at his locker for the season, and that would be the difference in getting him signed, are you on board?
Yeah.
Easy enough. Thank you.
Well, you know, I need to walk more to survive unless Jake is going live. Gotta elevate my leg on Bobby.
All right. We just came up with a plan to get Hassan in the building. There we go.
Yep.
Questions for Andrew Fialkow. Write them in, and we'll bring them up on the screen. Super chats go first. This one's from David, who says, do you believe in analytics? Could you give an example? Do the Jets utilize this tech?
I'm a firm believer in analytics. There's actually a clip, David, you could watch yesterday from Brian Callahan, who is talking about EPA per play, and that's really taken over the league, and that's a stat that we abide by and I abide by. The chart that Jake used to have to pull up to talk about Zach Wilson was EPA per play. And while it doesn't tell you the full story, it tells you how efficient the offense is being ran. And, I think the Jets believe in analytics. I feel like teams are more and more getting into hiring guys that are on the analytics side of the ball. I know the Ravens were one of the first teams that did that. And it's now gone into like the fourth down decisions, and obviously the Lions have fully bought into that with Dan Campbell being really in on going on fourth down a lot whenever you're on the plus side of the field. But you need to be in tune with analytics at this point in the NFL because it's kind of taken over.
I mean, every team uses it. It's just a matter of, how they deploy it. But 100%. Now, you had some defensive metrics you wanted to go over here. It's a little tough to see. I'll put it up on the graphic just so people initially could see it. But explain the defensive coverages here that we could be looking at for both teams in this game, because this was an interesting note that you were breaking down before we started.
Yeah. So first off, just in case the account sees it, credit to Football Insights. They're great on Twitter. I have like an ongoing relationship with them, and the DMs, they always give me any of the stats I need. The main guy's name is Nick, really good guy. I just wanted to show like the 49ers tendencies. They play a lot of cover 3, a lot of cover 4. So that's going to be really interesting in the sense of like the quarterback comes to the line, he looks at the safeties. Rodgers has said this 100 times, that where you'll know the shell of the defense is in the safeties. So it could be 2 guys deep or 1 guy deep. It seems like this year, last year with Steve Wilkes, they were pretty versatile in that aspect. Now, Nick Sorensen's a defensive coordinator. I'm not really knowledgeable on what tree he comes from, but the Jets and the Niners are similar in the sense that they don't run a lot of cover 0, meaning that they got 4 guys that are going to rush the passer. They're not blitzing a lot. As you can see, the Jets played a lot more cover 1, which is just 1 safety deep and then man across the board. They did that 28% of the time. Obviously, we have better cover corners than the Niners do. The 18% of the time that the Niners could deploy cover 1, that's going to be Garrett Wilson in the slot on choice routes, meaning left to right, or you could just break it upfield. That's going to be Mike Williams back shoulder routes with one-on-one coverage. So, again, this is just a little chart to show the tendencies of the defense. Obviously, it's going to be a lot different come this year with a new defensive coordinator, but it's just notable. In the sense, I think the Jets are more notable. They played a ton of cover 4 last year, and that makes a lot of sense to me because Sauce and DJ were on the outside. That's essentially, you run that as like a man coverage type of shell, because if the guy in front of them goes deep, it's man everywhere you go. We call that Meg. Just tendencies that we're going to have to look at on Monday. I think most third downs teams are playing man coverage. I think that's going to change a lot when Rodgers is on the field, because you're going to want to make sure that all the looks are muddied, and it's not going to be easy for him to read the defense. But any man coverage you see, just watch Garrett go, and if they're ever in press coverage against him, they're probably going to end up doing what we call like a 2-man thing where they have a safety over the top. So we're going to have to utilize Garrett in the slot on the outside, and I'm praying that Mike Williams could play on third downs, because I know that I would much rather have Mike Williams on a 50-50 ball than a guy like Alan Lazard.
They Saleh said earlier, Williams probably could play 60 plays, but they're going to be careful with him. So he feels like he's ready to go, but the Jets are going to have him on a pitch count, at least to start the season.
Right, which is interesting because, like, then Lazard's going to get a lot of burn on Monday. I don't think it's going to be like a Malachi Corley type of game. He could see 10 to 12 snaps. So, look, it's going to be a ton of Garrett. I would be shocked if Garrett didn't have 15 targets come Monday. And then Lazard's going to have to make a couple plays for us. I honestly keep forgetting Conklin's really, really good over the middle of the field. So watch out for him. And then you hope that on the plays that Mike Williams is in, he at least takes coverage to his side to give Garrett better looks, or they give us one-on-one chances with him, which he will win against guys like, I think it's like Diamond or Lenore. Yeah, who is listed at 5'10", and Mike Williams is 6'4". So he's a huge mismatch. I really hope they get him on the field more than not.
One of my season opening night predictions, Mike Williams end zone Monday night. I think he scores a touchdown.
I like it. I think he's going to be in the game for most of the passing downs, I would hope. So it may be obvious when he subs in. So maybe they'll try and do that a bit differently. But this is a really good matchup for Mike Williams. He's not going to have to see Travarius Ward a lot. Again, Diamador Lenore, he's a fine corner. He's a very undersized. So that's a really good matchup for Mike.
If you're watching live, hit the like button. Here's the question I have for Andrew, and I want the chat to weigh in. Who scores the first touchdown of the game on Monday? Either team.
I'm going to go Tyler Conklin.
Conk, I like it. I
think odds-wise, that's probably really good value as well. Red zone, you guys are gonna see it. Garrett is going to be getting doubled, shadowed by two different guys a ton. I think the obvious answer probably is Breece. I think Braylon and Conklin probably have the best odds that I could see scoring for sure.
Breece is my pick, but Mike Williams finds the end zone later on.
Yes, sir.
Who scores the first touchdown of the game? I'm seeing some unique answers here. Braylon Allen, NY Jets, Florida. Rodgers on a sneak. Gators saying McCaffrey. Minnesota Jet fan says Lazard. That would be wild if it's Allen Lazard. After everything he's been through with his fan base.
I really could see it. Like I could see that like 100%. I wouldn't be shocked.
Who scores the game's first touchdown? Someone wrote Charles Gorman. Last I checked, I don't think he's appearing in the game, but that would be something.
That would
definitely be something. Oscar the Grouch wants to know, Andrew, what's your go-to McDonald's chicken nugget dipping sauce?
I love the barbecue's great, and then whatever their house sauce. I don't know the name of it. It's like the Chick-fil-A sauce, but for McDonald's. I think it's just the. You guys got me Googling McDonald's dipping sauces.
For McDonald's, for me, it's the sweet and sour sauce.
Sweet and sour is great as well. Yeah. I guess they don't have they don't have it here. I like their honey mustard too. You really can't go wrong there.
Pittsburgh Mike wants to know, Andrew, do you see Aaron Rodgers' game evolving to be a bit more conservative post-injury? Will he throw dead balls, go down on the sack, limit the mobility? Brady did something similar in later years.
Yeah, I 100% think that would be the case. To start the year for sure. I don't think he'll go down like willingly on plays that still he feels he can make, but there's two guys coming off the blitz to him. He could dirt the ball, yeah. But that's on us to have answers off him being hot, meaning like if there's an unblocked rusher, the receivers have to be turned and have to be ready for the ball to come out quickly. Again, that's going to take time. So, yeah, in the beginning of the year, I could see him being a lot more conservative, but hopefully as the year goes on, he feels more comfortable with the structure of the offense.
There was a comment that was just made that we have to address immediately. All right. Gary writes in, Quick Trip Pizza is better than anything you're going to get from McDonald's. Gary, we appreciate your support. Not really. Enjoy the hole, and we will see you tomorrow. Now look what you've done. No more protection.
from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the Sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give them another 24 hours to think about it.
I'm utterly confused. Yeah. What up, y'all?
Gas station pizza is better than a Big Mac.
We'll see you later, Gary. We will see you later. All right, Ghostbuster Hotline is open. Bobby Midnight, you'll be the first caller if you turn your camera on, Mr. Midnight. He agreed to use the orange chair as negotiation bait to get Hassan Reddick signed, sealed, and delivered ahead of Monday's game. So we're coming to you, Bobby, if you get your camera on, which it is not currently. So while we wait for Bobby, let's say hello to Mr. Weed. Hello, Mr. Weed.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Mr. Weed.
Mr. Jake, how are you?
Weed. Well, let's see what you got behind you today. What are we looking at? Hold on. I'm going to adjust your name, Mr. Weed. We can't see the great Gormani there.
Oh, yeah, you got to change that. You got to take the Esquire out.
There it is.
Yeah, there you go. While you're admiring my handiwork, we have 4 days, 3 hours, 58 minutes, and 2 seconds until opening kickoff on Monday Night Football, Jake.
There we go.
Are you excited?
Weed, are you coming to the watch party?
I will. Me and Clancy will be there.
Oh, baby. Let's go.
I think I'll be making week 2 also.
Let's go. Weed the people. Now, Dre had a super chat for Fialkow. Will you be at T-Squared, Andrew? Can you make it to Midtown to come on out?
No, I'm unfortunately teaching the day after, so early night for me.
Next Sunday, Titans game. Be there.
Yeah.
Deal.
Okay, Jake, I'm with you. Sweet and sour sauce all the way.
I love it. Is McDonald's a frequent stop of yours after doing what you do, Weed?
Not really. I usually just cook for myself, but when I go to McDonald's, the sweet and sour sauce and the buffalo sauce, very good.
Really?
Yeah. Best fast food buffalo sauce out there.
It's great to hear. Thank you, Weed. What a call. Ladies and gentlemen, we say hello now to Robert Midnight.
Well, you know, I've grown to love my buddy Alan, but Southwest has to go. I threw him off my show. I'm Bobby.
What name came out of your mouth?
What?
No, Robert. No, Robert. Don't call me Robert. I don't like Robert.
That's your name.
Yeah, but I don't like it. Okay, Jakey. How's Jakey for you? Don't call me Robert.
You can call me whatever you want to call me.
I had to go to the bathroom. That's where I was. Okay,
Robert.
Jake, shut up. Hi, Andrew.
What's
How
up,
you
Bob?
doing? Nice
Good, how
to
are you?
I think Braylon Allen's going to have a great game. Yeah.
Thanks for the time, bro.
Well, you know, I can't wear my freaking hat. It's hot, my balls will sweat. Oh, look, I have a fan. I'm Bobby.
Great call there from Bobby, huh?
He's gonna be pissed. Oh man.
Let's go back to Bobby right now. Let's say hello.
Well, you know, I'm getting really freaking pissed. I thought I saw Gary's pretty wife. I need to get some sleep. I'm Bobby.
That was rude. That was rude.
No, rude was what you did to me before I ended the call.
Well, I told you don't call me Robert. So be quiet. No,
That's your
Robert.
name.
I don't want Robert. I like Bobby, okay?
But I'm the one who gave you the Bobby Midnight name, so why can't I call you Robert on occasion?
No, I don't want to.
You like that one?
I'm trying to talk to Andrew, okay?
You see, Bobby, you see the top right corner? You see that circle thing? See that?
What circle thing?
On your screen, top right corner. There's like a logo.
Yeah.
What does that say?
The Jake Asman Show.
Right. What's my name?
Jake.
That's right.
So I don't want to be called Robert, okay? I'm talking to Andrew, okay? I'm asking questions. Do you think Allen's going to have a good game on Monday night?
I think he's going to have like 4 or 5 carries.
That's it?
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be like a big night for him.
I think you have more than that.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm hoping that Breece is on the field 80% of the snaps, maybe 85.
All right. Breece Hall's going to do it. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Anything else, Robert?
Oh, you know I like the Yankees and the Jets. Can't believe Jake and Rodgers met on more than just a hat on Bobby.
Man, Bobby not in a joking mood today. Gosh.
Yeah. And it's always Braylon Allen. Him and Braylon Allen must be buddies or something.
No, every call since they have drafted Braylon Allen has been about Braylon Allen.
Yeah.
I think you crushed him saying that you don't think he's going to get more than 4 or 5 carries.
I should have just said he's going to be the bell cow on Monday. That was my bad.
I hope he scores a touchdown.
Yeah.
And then he'll dedicate the touchdown to Bobby Midnight.
Yep.
Wouldn't that be nice? If you have a question for Andrew, write it in. Super Chats, we'll cut the line. We are seeking channel memberships. Of course, tomorrow is Edgemo week. Our most recent channel membership that we added came yesterday. The Lankerman emoji is now live for everyone to enjoy. Shout out to the Lane Train for what he brings to the table on this show. We're looking for more emojis. I want to get a emoji made for all our weekly guests, which obviously includes you, Andrew. So your channel, Edgemo, will be live hopefully by the end of the season if we continue to stack memberships. What's your favorite channel emoji, Andrew? I mean, when you became a member, you had the rare accomplishment of gifting yourself, and you just dropped a 5 spot in the middle of me talking.
Yeah, because you said that, and I was like, well, the season's starting. There's been no memberships today. Let's get that going.
Let's go. Here we go. Courtesy of Andrew Fialkow, A. Roker 22, Jeremy Aldovar, Andel Diet, Brian Clark, and A. Puck 4. You guys are all channel members. Welcome. That's big time, Andrew. Well done.
My favorite emoji, though, Jake, was definitely Bobby for a while. That was my favorite one. I like Dre's emoji. Gary's emoji is obviously one of the best. But, yeah.
This one is from Bobby Salty Nuts. Bobby has Giants tattooed. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Thank you for that one. Bobby's Nuts. Bobby, do you want to respond to Bobby's Nuts? We always give you the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls right now. We say hello to Sean, who's next. Hey, Sean.
Hey, guys. I'm in the car. Don't worry, I'm in Florida, so you can do whatever you want. I just wanted to call and just see what's going on with Bobby. I mean, Robert. He's very short with you today, but as his gooch, I got to say, I'm still never going to forgive him for that time he nicked me with a razor in the summer of 1987. And I can confirm that he has a shrine to Braylon Allen. It's mostly just pictures of, chiseled men with cutouts of Braylon's face glued to the head. So that's I just want to confirm that is true. And, I was pretty much ready just to drop the whole gooch gimmick, but the way he's treating you today, I just can't let it go. You've done so much for Bobby. You've done so much for him. He went from just living a life where his mother would make a meatloaf to being a YouTube sensation. So everything he has, he owes to you, Jake. And I don't think he owes that. And everything I have, I owe to him. So how does that? Where does that put me on the totem pole? Oh, go Jets.
Well, Sean, before you go, I just want to say one, thank you for the support. Bobby's a supreme talent, though. He didn't need me. In fact, Bobby is actually called in, so we'll let you two kind of hash it out now, and Andrew and I will lay out. So we bring Bobby back on the show. Hello, Bob.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Sean, I think you got a big mouth. How's that?
Well, I do, but big balls like yours, you gotta have a big gooch.
I don't like called Robert, okay? So
I've only called you Bobby, okay? And Bobby, you know what? Let's focus on what brings us together. We're both Yankee fans. We're both Jet fans. We both are Asmaniacs. So, that's why I'm the gooch. I'm trying to bring people together, Bobby, okay?
Yeah,
And
where do you live?
now I live in Florida.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to tell you anything more than that because, frankly, you scare the shit out of me. So all you're getting is the state that I'm in.
Go to the Everglades and get eaten by a gator. Okay, that's what I want you to do.
That's like 6 hours away, man. I'm not going to the Everglades. Plus, I'd have to drive by. I'd have to be near the Dolphins, and I don't want to be anywhere near Miami or their fans. But and like I said, Bobby, the other day I did try to make amends. As soon as I'm allowed to change my YouTube screen name, I will drop the gooch out of respect for you. Well, that and my wife did ask why the YouTube account on the TV said Bobby's Gooch on it. So that was an awkward conversation.
What do you tell her?
I just told her that I had a new love, and his name is Bobby Midnight.
Oh my God. Okay, have a great day. I'm done with this call. I can't.
Yep. Thank you, Bobby. I love you. You're my favorite.
Yeah. Okay. I can't do it. Okay, take me off full screen, Jake. I'm just having a bad day. Oh, come on. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm done. Hi, JJ.
Hey, what's going on? You know what I just realized? I'm glad that they put me on the show because the guy, Robert, said that he doesn't want you to know where he lives, but he kind of narrowed it down. He says he's 6 hours away from the Everglades. So I think we can narrow this down and go get him, Bobby. What do you think?
I just want him to jump in the Everglades and get eaten by a gator. So,
well, I'm saying, we fly to Florida, we go to the Everglades, and then we drive 6 hours north and just hope for the best. Hope that we run into him.
Yeah. Okay, JJ, you're awesome. Nice to see you.
Oh, nice to see you too. Do you drive, Bobby, or are you more?
Yeah, I drive. I can't drive with my toe. I can't drive right now, but I do drive.
Okay. What was your dream car growing up?
Well, yeah, probably a Corvette.
Okay. All right. Well,
what about yours?
Oh, me? A Ford F-150 is still my dream car. That's what I
want.
Ooh,
that's nice. Are you coming home from work now?
Yes, sir. But there's nowhere to park in my neighborhood with one of those big things. That's the only thing keeping me back.
Yeah, you live in New York, right?
Well, no, now I'm in Jersey. I'm in Jersey.
Oh, Jersey, yeah.
Oh, I like the Yankees and the Jets. Can't believe Jake and Rodgers met on more than just a hat on Bobby.
What a show it's been so far. Andrew, you ready for more calls?
Yeah, let's do it.
We say hello to JJ. What's going on, JJ?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for
first 3 and out Monday night. Are we firing Saleh? Are we firing Douglas? Do we fire both of them?
No, but if we lose the game, like I said, I'm going to be pissed because you've had 100 and something days to prepare for the 49ers.
Haven't they had the same amount of time to prepare for the Jets?
Exactly. So
right.
Don't you want Robert Saleh to prove that he's a better head coach than the other guys in the league? Or do we want him to be just lackluster year after year after year?
JJ, the Jets could win 40-0 on Monday, and I still would take Kyle Shanahan 10 out of 10 times over Robert Saleh.
Yeah, that is true. However, the hope is that Robert Saleh proves to be one of the best head coaches in the league, right?
I mean, I think the hope is that he proves he could be a coach that you could win with and not win in spite of.
Well, that's setting the bar really low. I need this guy to be better than Kyle Shanahan. That's what I need.
That's crazy. Kyle Shanahan's arguably the best head coach in the league.
Yeah, and that's what I want for the Jets. I want us to have one of the best head coaches in the league. That's why initially I thought we should have fired him and went with, one of these other guys like Bill Belichick or Mike Vrabel. But
how'd they deal without a quarterback last year? What were their records?
Yeah, but at least one of them, both of them have, made it to the playoffs. But I digress.
Because they've had quarterbacks before. I don't know if you know this, but there's this guy named Tom Brady. He was pretty good. That's who Bill had for all his success. What was Belichick's record without Tom Brady? Do you know?
What was it? Like
84 and 103. 44.9% winning percentage.
Mm-hmm. I would say though, context matters. So at the end of the day, Bill Belichick with the Cleveland Browns still had one playoff appearance in the 4 years that he was there. This is year 4 for Robert Saleh. So put up or shut up time. But
I
that's not
agree.
why I called. I have something even more.
I thought you called to
pressing.
speak to Bobby.
No, but I was glad I got to speak to him. But Andrew, before I forget, you know what's funny? I actually seen you. I think it was the Giants Jets training camp practice. You were like walking ahead of me, and I didn't recognize you at first, but you looked familiar. I think that's Andrew. But
Yeah.
you're a lot taller in person. Hold on, I'm getting. What are you, like 6 foot? What?
No, I'm not. I'll take. Yeah, you can tell everyone I'm 6'1".
How tall? From a distance?
I'm 5'10".
Oh, okay.
JJ, we can't hear you. It sounds like you're getting a call in the middle of this. People, if you're calling from the phone, put your phone on Do Not Disturb first. That way, when someone calls you or texts you or slides in your DMs, it doesn't get all screwed up. To JJ's point, like, I want the Jets to win on Monday, but if they don't win, I'm not going to sit here and do doom and gloom, as long as Aaron Rodgers makes it through the game healthy. They're playing a really good team in their house. They're an underdog for a reason. Like, if the Jets lose and they're competitive, I'm not going to sit here doing, oh, my God, I can't believe this. There's 16 more games, and they're going to be a favorite in the next 4 of them at least. So that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, Jake, that's a great point. Like, this is going to be a good litmus test to see how we stack up against one of the best teams in the NFL. But after that, we're in Tennessee, extremely winnable. Home against the Patriots, should win. Home against the Broncos, should win. Then we're going to play the Vikings. Like, there's a very strong possibility that we should be 4-1 going into that primetime game against Buffalo. Like, win or lose against San Fran on Monday. So I completely agree. We all, as Jet fans, have to relax, as Rodgers would say, and let the season play out. Rodgers said it time and time again in his interviews. There's going to be highs. There's going to be lows. It's really how we deal with those. And look, Monday, it's going to be exciting. Everyone's excited. The team's back. It's not gloom or doom, as you said, win or loss.
Let's get caught up on Super Chats and channel memberships. This Super Chat I see here is from JQuest, who wants to know, how many touchdowns for Rodgers Monday? Hashtag Angela loves Andrew. JQuest, you're nuts. How many touchdowns for Rodgers? I'm going to say he throws 2 touchdown passes.
I was going to say the same. I think two. I would be happy with 2.
2 touchdown passes and 1 rushing touchdown from Breece. My original score was 20-17, but I'm now going to make it 23-20 Jets.
23-20. Yeah.
That wouldn't make any – actually, the math wouldn't make sense unless there was a safety.
Yeah,
why not? It's going to be a weird game. 23-20, there's a safety somehow involved.
Yeah. Let's go. I want to go 24-10. I'm just going to make it out like the Jets had the best defensive game ever, and Hassan Reddick is begging us to sign him, to get him back.
Please, I love that. Latino Will has become a big membership gifter the last couple of days. Thank you, Latino Will. How about a 5 spot for the people of channel membership? Bobby Saratoga, Sam Jones, Dominic Marcano, Alex Drew, and Pierre Thomas. You guys are all recipients of channel memberships. That brings our total to show to 10. Hit the join button and become an Asmaniac, or make sure you click on Latino Will's name and turn on gift receipts. And if you like the video and you're subscribed to the channel, you have a chance of getting a channel membership. Steven NYC checks in. Happy football season, guys. Let's go. Steven, see you Monday night, my friend. Got a chance to meet Steven at our watch party a couple weeks back. Bobby Seward, I will read your super chat, but I won't put it on the screen. I could feel Robert was in a bad mood today. Well, I hope Bobby's okay. Yeah. 3 Siblings J with a super chat. Team Bobby, MFN Midnight. Amen. JK says, do you think we have to wait till week 8 for Hack to realize getting the ball to playmakers genuinely results in good plays? Or does AR negate that? AR definitely negates that. All right. Breece Hall will probably get more targets in this game on Monday than maybe he had in like 4 or 5 games combined at the beginning of last season.
Yeah, I agree. And I think we also have to remember, like, the Jets force-fed Garrett last year, like, to end the year, like, a ton. I'm just going to pull up his game log right now. He was, like, our only receiver, but, like, to end the season, he saw 14 targets, 15 targets, 10 targets, 14 targets, 13 targets, 13 targets, 12 targets. He had 1,000 yards still. He was targeted 168 times. That's going to be 200 plus with Rodgers. So I'm not worried about that at all.
More super chats. Green Empire Lawn Care. Back to the first touchdown scores. It could be a pick six from Sauce or a fumble recovery from Quinnen. If Sauce Gardner starts the Jet season off with a pick six, I don't know what I'll do. I don't even know how to react.
Yeah. Also, nugget for betting people. I know me and Jake live in New York, so I can't even find a legal book that offers this, but I heard murmurs that Sauce was 80-1 to win Defensive Player of the Year. Now, obviously, Defensive Player of the Year goes to usually edges, D tackles. If Sauce has a year like Stephon Gilmore had that year, he won deep boy. I think 80-1 is a really, really good odds thing. Now, it's frustrating. They don't throw the ball his way, so that could be a frustrating bet. But look, 80-1, if Sauce gets somehow 7 to 8 interceptions, he had probably 4 last year that he dropped. I think with the Jets being in the national media as far as they are, I think he's a good bet. I think Quinnen is like 40-1, I heard. That's also a good bet. As you can see, I'm all over all the Jet guys in every award, so I'm sipping the juice.
Mike D's nuts with a super chat. Jets are technically a 1.5-point dog because it's a road game. That says a lot. Well, you get 3 points for being the home team, so I understand what he's saying. On a neutral site, hopefully we see this in New Orleans. It's time for that. These teams are pretty evenly matched, in my opinion, from a roster standpoint. I think the Niners have better offensive weapons. I think the Jets' offensive line is better. I think quarterback, I would take Rodgers, but we still got to see it. Coach, I would take their coach. Defense, I would take the Jet defense narrowly, especially if they get Reddick back.
Yeah.
I mean, these are pretty evenly matched teams from a talent standpoint.
Yeah. The one factor that kind of brings the team apart is Shanahan. Like, Rodgers is a much more talented quarterback than Purdy, even though Purdy's a good quarterback. But Shanahan's ability to unlock every single skill player is great. But, yeah, look, these teams are extremely evenly matched. We're going to see that come Monday.
JJ writes in, I called in to say JJ Reddick ain't playing a single snap for the Jets. We need to just trade him. He's pulling a Le'Veon. He ain't coming. Look, he's not going to show up, all right? This is the first time I will agree with one of your takes, JJ. All right? JJ Reddick will not be there for the Jets at any point this season, all right? He just won't. He's too busy coaching the Lakers, all right? Now, if you ask me about Haason Reddick, is he going to show up? I do think Haason Reddick will eventually play football for the Jets this season. But JJ Reddick, no way. See ya, JJ.
Now look what you've done, JJ. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give him another 24 hours to think about it.
Tremendous. Ladies and gentlemen, the lane train has made his official prediction for the game on Monday. You ready, Fialkow?
Yes, sir.
Jets 21, Niners 19.
Oh, 19. So 4 field goals and a touchdown for the Niners. Perfect.
Great defense in the red zone by the Jets. They bend but don't break all night long.
There's someone in the chat. You seeing this in the chat right now? Someone made an account. I guess, can you change your name like easily?
I don't think it's overly hard given how quickly some of these Bobby accounts are popping up.
Someone's Fialkow fangirl is like,
oh my god, he's so dreamy. Fialkow fangirl. Wow, you made it, Andrew.
And someone took the time to put a, you know what?
Where's that picture from? Or was that from today?
That's from today.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Great take here from Lane. I want your opinion on. He says the Jets have to move the ball down the field. Would you agree?
Like yes and no. We could just have 4 pick sixes from Sauce and then all good. But yeah, bubble.
Makes a lot of sense. Yep, I agree. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. I put this guy in the hole earlier, so he's on a very thin leash. Gary, you're next. Hello, Gary.
Whoa, for real? I thought I was in prison.
Thanks for the time, Gary. We'll see you later. I'm coming to you, Gary. Bring it. What do you got?
I got a couple of things. First, I wanted to ask Andrew a question about the analytics. Because I'm a big fourth down, go for it on fourth down. Like I'm like basically 4th and 1, you should basically always go for it. Where are you? Like you see in college football, especially schools like Tech and some other schools where they go for it on 4th and 4 over the middle of the field in between the 40s. What are your thoughts on that? And do you think that will move its way from college football into the NFL anywhere in the foreseeable future?
So you're saying like on their own 40, if it's like 4th and 3 or
4,
like
you'll see Tech 4th and 4 or less. You'll see Tech go for it. Or if it's a 2-possession game in the 4th quarter, Tech just plays basically 4-down football, right? Because now it just becomes we don't have enough possessions and like 4th and 12.
Right.
And they beat Texas this way a couple of years ago, right? Because they just kept going for it on 4th down. They kept getting it.
Mm-hmm.
It's risky, and you see teams like Tech do it because they don't have the talent to compete. So now they're playing 4-down football to try it and even that out. I like it a lot. Do you think it makes its way over to the NFL over time, where you see teams start going for it more on 4th down, especially in between the 40s?
Haven't we seen that? Have we seen more teams go for it on 4th down in recent years than any other year prior?
Kind of, sort of, but like I see
what you mean. Not before like midfield. I think it should come to the NFL ASAP. Look, the point you make about the possessions, like you don't have enough. I honestly think Saleh has done this in the past where he's punted the ball away and then we've never seen it again, or like situations like that. You got to have trust in your offense to go make a play. I would ask the question back to you, Gary, is what is the downside? Let's say you're down 2 touchdowns with 8 minutes left in the 4th quarter and it's a 4th and 7. You're going to punt the ball away and then give a chance to them bleed the clock out for 5 more minutes. And then you're going to hope for an onside kick, which now in the NFL, you have to tell the other team you're going to onside kick it. I don't see what reason you wouldn't go for it.
I agree. That's why I'm a big advocate of going for it on 4th down, and the numbers kind of bear that out, right? Like maybe last year the Jets with Zach Wilson and Tim Boyle, right? Maybe that's different, but most situations you're going to gain 1 yard, right? And then when you get down, right, you said if you're down 2 scores in the 4th quarter, you might as well go for it, because if you give them the ball back, now they're eating up time and they can put more points on the board. You might as well keep possession of the ball and try to score.
Yes. Gary, would you wear a Guardian helmet every time you come on the show? Sean Snow wants to know.
A Guardian helmet?
Yeah. You know what the players are wearing at training camp now?
Oh, I'm thinking the Cleveland Guardians, like a Guardians batting helmet.
No.
I'm not gonna wear a Guardians helmet. Sean, you're free to wear a Guardians helmet though if you want. Why would I wear a Guardians helmet?
Maybe they're just looking after you. They don't want you to hit your head.
On a phone call? All right.
Tom A says your nanny makes him proud to be a red-blooded American.
She's dating the quarterback on UNT, so it's not available.
Really?
The backup, yeah, he's a freshman. Sophomore now, yeah.
Wait, UNT?
Redshirt freshman.
What school is?
University of North Texas. He
North
played
Texas.
at the high school that she went to, and that like where I live. Yeah. Then the other thing.
There's more to this. Okay.
On Reddick, I don't think it's a money issue now. I think it's a principled issue. Like I wasn't there. I don't know what was said, but Rich Cimini said yes that he feels he was lied to. That he felt that the Jets had told him that they were going to give him a long-term deal. I don't think this is just about money now. I think this is if it was, he would be holding in. I think this is big. There's got to be some reason why he's doing this, right? And to hold in, you're still getting paid. To hold out, I think he's saying that this is bigger than money now. I feel that I was lied to, and I want to be traded. I'm not playing here.
Okay.
I don't know.
So he's just going to lose out on $14.5 million. It's a lot of money to give up.
If it's a principal, Kyrie Irving did it, right? Like, I don't know.
But Kyrie still got half his salary. Like,
That's true.
And it's way more money in the NBA than football. Like Reddick's made some money in his career, but like Kyrie had already signed like $100 million contract before he even signed with Brooklyn.
But this is the last shot I would say that he's going to get a long-term deal, right? Because next year he goes to 30, and like when you're making a contract, 29 seems okay. 30 is like that's the wrong side, right? Like I don't know. He seems to only want a long-term deal, and it seems like he feels. I don't know. There's two sides to this. I wasn't there. He feels like he was lied to. If he feels that he was lied to and he's underpaid, this may go on for a while. Right? We all agree he's underpaid. Now, if he feels like he was also lied to, and I'm not saying he was. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying he feels that way. If he feels that way,
I envision him holding in. I think he will be at the game on Monday. I think he's gonna travel with the team.
And then he gets, if he shows up on Monday, he gets the game check.
He's got to be there the day before the game.
The day before, yeah.
I think he has to be the day before. But what, Jake? I think you know better than me because I'm not positive. If he does show up and then hold in, and he's inactive, he's still
get his game check. Yeah, get his game check based on what Samini said yesterday and Saleh's comments today. If he shows up on Sunday and is on the team plane to San Fran, he could get his game check.
I envision that being the case.
As long as he can pass a physical, I think that's part of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Andrew, one last question.
Yep.
Saturday afternoon, Longhorns, Michigan. How's it go down?
Well, I already saw the line. The Texas is -7.5 in Ann Arbor. I have a couple buddies that are actually going to that. Texas is going to win that game.
Nice. 2 championships for me this year, too. We get a national championship and a Super Bowl. It's a big
So
year.
you're like no bias, not for college football, but your Super Bowl prediction is the Jets to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the Jets are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
All right.
Great job by Joe Douglas putting this team together.
Joe Douglas should have been fired 2 days before he was hired.
Oh, yeah.
Most talented team since 98. Fire the GM, though. He's the worst.
Yep.
Incredible. Dean says, Gary, do you think you could beat Emain Khalif in a fight? Gary, please respond to Dean. I don't know who that is. Andrew, do you have time for one more call?
Yeah.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is the Chiefs fan. Hello, Chiefs fan. On the eve, or not even the eve, hours before your team's in action, you're calling us? Where's your Chiefs gear?
Since I have the flu, I'm not going to wear it. I don't want to get the germs all over the jersey, but I will wear my hoodie.
Your flu voice is wild, man. You sound so radically different to what we're accustomed.
I know. Since they were bringing up college football, I had to grab my hat. Go Mizzou, by the way. We're 1-0 already. I think we can make the college football.
You sound like you have the Suns, Chiefs fan.
My voice got worse. I finally got my lozenges from Amazon, and it just made everything sound worse. And keep in mind, these lozenges are supposed to taste like berries. They don't taste like that. They taste like straight menthol. So that's nasty. But yeah, I'm not going out since I had the flu. I'm just gonna make me some beef stew and cornbread.
Beef stew. Yeah, beef stew
and cornbread, and some peppermint tea with some honey and some honey on the cornbread. I bought like 2 pounds of honey in those jars, and I got raw honey, so it's like healthier for you.
Do you live alone, Chiefs fan?
Oh yeah, I've been living on my own since age 15. Yeah, I was lucky enough to be emancipated. So yeah.
Who do you like tonight?
My Chiefs, of course. I'm just letting you know. Did you see the Scheffner update on CMC?
I did. He was limited at practice. Yep.
Yeah. He might be limited in the game, meaning there's a chance for you guys to win, but I doubt it. It's CMC. They can drug him up like they drugged up Mahomes during the playoffs.
Like they drugged you up before this call.
Yeah.
It did say calf/Achilles, which is always interesting to me.
I mean, look at Kyle Pitts. Like, he tore his hamstring. I don't think he's playing week 1.
He tore it?
Well, he must. Something's wrong. Pulled his hamstring. My bad.
He tweeted though. He tweeted like, "I'm playing."
Okay.
I think yeah.
Chiefs fan, could you respond to Gator? He says a raccoon with rabies would run away from you because they'd be scared of getting sick.
Nah, I'm good.
No.
Gator's trying to be funny, but I'm good on that. I mean, any other day I'd be like that, but and raccoons that actually clean their animals. Like as a teenager, I got to go to a wildlife thing a bunch because there was one around me in Chicago.
Cheats fan, can you send me your T-shirt size and an address to send you?
Oh yeah. I can DM you. Yeah, I'll just DM you on Discord.
Yeah, message me on the Discord. I want to send you a Cheats fan Edgemo shirt.
Sure, I'll take one. I'll just give you my. I don't mind giving the address. I know you're not gonna give it out.
Well, don't say it on the air.
I'm not. No,
right.
Like a lot of people like to troll me. Like these people in chat, like yesterday, said they would get Genesis drilling down in their mouth and listen to me. But hey, I mean, the New York sports fans are very rough and vocal, and I understand that you guys have been suffering for so many years. Like last year, 4 plays into the year, snapped. So I understand why you're so fucked. Oh, my bad, language here. I understand why you're so vocal. I'm just hoping you guys win. I do not respect the Niners, and if you beat the Niners, that'd be nice.
Chiefs fan will do it for you. All right.
All right. But one last thing before I go. I want Rodgers to throw 3 touchdowns on that team. And I want 2 of them to go to Garrett Wilson and 1 to go to Mike. And I want Breece Hall to get a rushing touchdown. And maybe a pick 6, because I want you to blow out Niners fans so they can shut the hell up and stay off Twitter. Go maul elsewhere. Peace.
Cheats fan, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Cheats fan. What a call. He sounds nothing like how he normally sounds. The sickness is just throwing me off.
Yeah. Also, I'm surprised he doesn't they beat them now twice in the Super Bowl and he hates them. Like I feel like the Niners fans probably hate the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe they're terrible on Twitter. I'm not on that Twitter.
Well, Andrew, you did a tremendous job today. We fought through the tech issues at the beginning. We created, I would say, YouTube magic.
I would as well. Jake, please. I cannot. Well, everyone, I can't wait for Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be a great day. Win or loss, it's going to be a great day to have Rodgers film, not from 2022 to dive into. But guys, let's relax. RELAX. Win or loss, everything's good. Let's just have good health. And I think we're going to win on Monday anyway. So let's do it.
From your lips to God's ears. Andrew, excellent job out of you, my man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Jake. Appreciate you guys.
Andrew Fialkow, one of the greats. Hold on a second. Hassan Reddick's in the chat. I'll return if Andrew goes on a televised date with Fialkow's fangirl. Hassan, what about an orange chair? Bobby has allowed you to use it at your locker all season long. Will that get it done? Ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to show Andrew this, but listener Joe Mike just sent in the Fialkow emoji. If we get 15 more memberships, I will swap this and we will get it added today. We're too far away to be able to add a new emoji, but we could do an emoji swap. So if you want this to be an option, it's so funny. We need about 15 more memberships. Incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is someone who needs no introduction. He's known by many as Charles, Eugene, Anthony, Gorman. Hello, Charles.
Hey, Jake. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Just came back from the bank to take out some cash. So apparently these 49ers fans won't lay off the fact that they lost the Super Bowl again to Patrick Mahomes on Twitter. This is why I don't go on social media.
You're not on Twitter?
Nope.
What about InstaFace or Snapchat?
No.
No.
Facebook, no. MySpace, no. None of that crap.
Bill Belichick's on Instagram now, Charles. If he can go on social media, maybe you can too.
I'll pass. Anyway, oh, yeah. I hope we beat the Niners on Monday, but more importantly, hope we are competitive. Hope we can compete for them blow for blow. Also, I have a message for Travarius Ward. For you to disrespect.
Hold on. I want to make sure that he sees it. Give him your message.
To Travarius Ward, why you have to disrespect one of the classiest, one of the most humble, one of the most professional players in the game in Garrett Wilson? You're acting like he's a scrub or a nobody. Well, in our hearts, souls, he's a somebody. He's been one of the best young wide receivers in the game the past 2 years. He won Offensive Rookie of the Year his first year. And last year, despite having to deal with shit quarterback play, excuse my language, he caught nearly 100 passes. So, Travarius Ward, I hope you don't spray yourself. I hope you don't open up a can of worms. Because as they say, you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
It's quite the powerful statement, Charles. Thank you for making it on the show. Now, you do know YouTube would be considered social media, though, by the way. Thinking about
what?
This.
Discord?
Well, Discord would be a form of social media, as would YouTube, no?
Yeah, but I don't go on Twitter. And YouTube is one thing and Discord is one, but I don't go on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or any of that stuff.
Does anyone use MySpace anymore?
Yeah, I think some people do, yes.
Like who?
I don't know, maybe Kim Kardashian. I have no idea.
Probably doubtful. Happy birthday to Sco. Sco, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Sco. Yeah, I wished him a happy birthday on Discord, yeah.
I see.
But more importantly, I hope we play well against the Niners. So peace out, Jake.
That's it?
I mean, that's it.
Well, who do you like in the game tonight?
Oh, forgot there was a game tonight. Ravens or Chiefs? I don't know. Just want to see a good game. But I may be watching the original Beetlejuice tonight to prepare me for tomorrow.
Wait a second. You have a matchup featuring the best player in the world and the reigning MVP of the league. They just played in the AFC title game last year, and you're going to watch something that's not football later?
Well, I'm gonna try to watch the game.
Well, what's stopping you?
Well, I promised my friends I watched the original Beetlejuice, and I'm gonna try to watch it either after this or sometime tonight.
Well, how long is that? Because let's do some math here. The game's not till 8:15.
I think the original Beetlejuice is like something over an hour.
Okay, so you get done with this call. You watch the Beetlejuice.
Because tomorrow we're watching Beetlejuice with my community inclusion group.
So why don't you watch it tonight, and then you could watch football after it?
That's what I plan on doing.
Right. So get done with this call. Let's map out the game plan. Have you had dinner already?
No. My mom's making dinner right now.
What's for dinner tonight? Chicken soup?
You always think everything I eat is chicken. Almost every day is chicken soup.
Well,
it's pretty irritating at this point.
It's irritating. Anyway, you talk about it more than anyone.
Because you guys keep bringing it up.
Well, because you hype up this great chicken soup recipe and then you don't share it. What do you want us to do?
I don't hype it up. You guys do.
No, you hyped it up. Your original call. Check the tape. You were hyping it up. You don't remember?
I said it's delicious, and everyone made a big deal about it.
Yeah, well, I would say that's hyping it up. You went out of your way on a phone call about the Jets to talk about chicken soup. That to me is not nothing.
Anyway, hello, Jake. I just had dinner. I had a couple of servings of chicken soup, my mother's homemade chicken soup.
Hey, Charles, I need some of that chicken soup.
It was delicious.
I'm glad to hear it. I mean, that's hyping it up, no?
Yes and no.
What do you mean yes and no?
complimenting your mother's cooking, it's not exactly hyping it up. It's just stating facts. Like if your mom's a good cook, your mom's a good cook.
You haven't heard me talk about my mother's chicken soup on the show.
It's because you never do.
Exactly. You did.
Because you tried to call me the first time, but I was gone. I wanted to have dinner. And I came back. And I told you what I did, where I was. Because I'm that much of a nice guy. I want to be anyway. And I'm going to have chicken.
What are we having for dinner tonight?
Chicken, broccoli, and rice.
Okay, so tonight is chicken, broccoli, and rice?
Yeah, but I'm going to have the chicken and rice, though. I'm not a big broccoli fan unless it's made from Chinese food.
Okay, so we're going to have a little chicken and rice, and then after dinner, we're going to watch the Beetlejuice, and then we're going to watch football at 8:15. Deal?
Yes, Jake, I'm sure of that, yes.
When is your birthday again? I got to remind myself to get you a gift.
It's September 10th, this upcoming Tuesday.
All right, so Tuesday, the day after a Jet victory, right, Charles?
If it is a Jet victory, let's not be one of those fans that don't put our money where our mouth is, Let's not do that.
Would you be interested in a Charles Gorman t-shirt that I could send you for your birthday?
What type of t-shirt is going to be? With the chicken soup with me in a chicken soup can? No.
No. It's you dancing from the Nick Shine rap video.
No. I'll let you know, Jake, okay? Have a good day.
You'll let me know. You really got to think about it? You don't want a shirt? Wow. Tough crowd that I've been hung up on by Bobby and Charles. This has been a tough show for me. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Ryan says, I think we all want one of those shirts. I'll tell you what. We might do record amount of sales on the Charles shirt. Crazy. Once again, Friday morning, 9 a.m. Friday. Edgemo week in the merch store, jakeasman.com/shop. If you've never been to my merch store before, check it out. We got a lot of great items. Mike Rubino says, can I get the Charles Uber clip? # God bless. Maybe you might see that soon, Mike. I appreciate it. Speaking of emojis, the Fialkow emoji, 15 more memberships, and we'll swap something for this one. Shout out to Andrew for coming on the show. More calls right now. We say hello to Keith Best, who's next. Hello, Keith.
Oh, my God. This whole rhetoric of all this playland and, Gary, go take your dog for a walk. And shut the F up. I got the TV on in the background and I live in a multi. Yeah, well, I live in a multi-condo unit and I'm down in the gym. I'm not down in the gym, but it's transmitting down to the gym because everybody's like, oh, he's on TV today. And it's not the point. The point is I want to see everybody win. I'm going to call you right now on this. Williams is going to make 2 touchdowns. I think Mike Williams, 2 touchdowns. Okay. With the slant routes for the interior between Breece and what have you, and then we knock off the edge, we get another 2 touchdowns. I've called this game at 35-10. I know Bobby's calling it 35-13 or 17. And I'm not a speculation guy. I just know in the depths of my heart that how this is going to pan out. I've been doing this since I'm a little boy. And it's like, okay. And then Gary can go take his dog for a walk when he's all upset. No. Gary, go take that damn. No, I had a Yorkie too. go take that Yorkie instead of licking you and putting it on TV. Go just take it for a walk and take a moment to breathe. Because I thought
gonna run for his life on the opener. He's gonna die. Let's go. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Let's go.
No, that was an adventure, Keith. Thank you for the call. Love it. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. I got open phone lines before we wrap up the show. So last chance to get in. If you haven't hit the RSVP button to come out to T-Squared Social Monday night, what are you waiting for? If you can't make week 1, don't worry. There'll be a week number 2. Reminder, get your underdog picks in tonight. Promo code Asman if you want to sign up. Underdog Fantasy, the app or the website. Promo code Asman to get those picks in. More of your calls before we say goodbye. Indy Jets is next. What's up, Indy?
Hey, Jake. What's going on, my brother?
Living the dream.
Hey, I personally think that if we don't see Reddick in the next 2 days to start a hold in, change his whole process around, because if he starts his hold in, he can take 4 weeks because he's not going to get a game check for 4 weeks anyway. You know, because his first 4 game checks are going to pay his fine, so he'll never see a dime of it. So he can take those 4 weeks and hold in, and I think maybe put some more pressure on the Jets to sign him. And he's not obligated to play, but he still get his. He'll by the time he's in 4 weeks' time, I think he'll have enough pressure to put on the Jets to come to the table and everybody come to an agreement. And when he comes back on the 4th or 5th game, he gets a check, his fines are paid, and everybody's happy. If he doesn't show up, I don't know if we're going to see him this year. It makes no sense for him to hold out from this point on.
Indy, all you need to know about Reddick is that one of the biggest Jets haters in the known universe, Mike Lombardi, called out Hassan Reddick.
The holdout that I don't get, it goes down. It could be as bad of a holdout as Le'Veon Bell's holdout was years ago. Is the Haason Reddick holdout? I don't understand that one. You're just giving away money. It makes no sense. You're due to make $14 million this year. You're going to become a free agent next year, and now you're going to pay almost $7 million. Problematic. So, I think that's a real issue, and the Jets haven't seemed to move. I don't know why they would move now if they haven't moved before.
He's right. And Lombardi hates the Jets, and he's saying that. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, and so if he doesn't come in and do a hold in, just like he said, and he decides to hold out, I don't think we're going to see him this year. I don't know why he would do that, but there's no sense in that. I think we'll see him in the next 2 days. I really do. I think you're going to see him in the next 2 days in the building somewhere.
Indy, good call, man. I hope you're right. It doesn't make any sense. Bizarre. Revenge Tour is next. Hello, Revenge Tour.
What's up, Jake? I can't really hear your volume. I have my volume all the way up, but anyways, it doesn't matter. So this is Revenge Tour, and this is serious business. There's no plan around. We need to go to San Francisco. We need to kick their butt. We need to run the ball down their throat and make them cry. And we need to. It's vengeance time. You know what happened last year? Rodgers was out. It's time to show the AFC who's boss. Every game, we're going to run their ball down their throat and make them pay. And in San Francisco, what we're going to do, Santa Clara, California, we're the Jets. We're going to drop bombs and we're going to blow all their tools up. No more 49ers. We're going to destroy them. That's what we're going to do. There's not going to be, same old Jets, same new Jets. The Jets that won a Super Bowl, yeah, we're coming back, and it's vengeance time. No games.
I'm sold. Revenge tour? Sign me up. Shout out to listener Bijan for giving us a little Monday Night Football theme. I'm in, baby. Revenge tour is great because he sounds like Lane Train. He's Lane with a beard. Incredible. What a show. Nate says, WFAN callers. WFAN never got callers as great as this. It's true. You won't find better callers than the callers on this show. We are better than any sports talk radio station in the country, I would argue. Believe me, I work in radio. I hear all of it. This show rivals all that, exceeds all that. Super chat, big fella. He writes, Saleh said Mike Williams on snap count. Does that mean we're going to see a lot of Lazard? Yeah, I hit on this earlier, big fella. Hopefully, Williams is playing so well they can't take him off the field, but he is on a reps count. You're going to see Lazard play in this game, probably more than any of us want, but hopefully he just catches the ball that hits him in the hands. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Aaron does all the work. Like, let's go back and watch Aaron Rodgers highlights from 2022. Lazard's in most of them. Like that one. Just catch the ball when it hits you in the hand. All right, this is the last time Rodgers played. Quote-unquote down year. Bad receivers, broken thumb, still threw 26 touchdowns and had 3,700 yards passing. That's Allen Lazard. Like, catch the ball. This is one of the greatest throws you'll ever see. This was just stupid. How about this dime? Catch the ball, Allen. That's all you got to do. Christian Watson here. I mean, a lot of these are Lazard. Here's Lazard. Here's Rodgers throwing him open. He's not open there. Can you make a better throw than that? Oh, Aaron Rodgers is washed. Here's his film the last time he played. Morons. Kiss my ass. So we're coming for everyone this year. I mean, don't look washed to me. But what do I know? Ladies and gentlemen, one final call. We say hello to Jet Set for Life. What's up, Jet Set? Thanks for the time.
Is Brock Purdy gonna run for his life on the opener? He's gonna die. Let's go. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Let's go.
I'm seeing people in the chat say they can't find the call-in link. On my end, it says it's pinned. I'm going to post it again, and I'll do a couple more calls if there's people that still want in. Call in. I'm going to post this link, which I just did, and then pin it again. I'm going to unpin what's pinned, replace pin link. It should be pinned for everyone to see. Green Empire. Sounds like Charles is taking his anger out on you, Jake. Bobby was more mad at me today than Charles, Green Empire, to be fair. I mean, for Charles to question why we ask him about the chicken soup when he himself hyped it up. I don't know what to tell you. Also, as far as that last call goes, I have no idea what that was. I mean, come on. I don't know what's happening. Anyway. What a show it's been. Reminder, if you're just tuning in, we had Andrew Fialkow on for the first hour of the show today. He's part of our stacked weekly schedule. Once the games begin Monday, the people you see on the screen will be on the show every week. We'll still have special guests mixed in. Like, don't worry, the Buffalo Jet fan, O'Leary, Richie, Ryan, Greenbean. We'll get them on throughout the season. Tyson Rauch, Kevin Surfin. Plenty of former Jet players that always come on with us. Leger Douzable, Nick Mangold, Wayne Corbett, to name a few. Plenty more. I got time for one more call. Charlie the dog groomer will close us out. Hello, Charlie.
Yo, what's going on? I just finished my last appointment, and I am done and ready for some freaking football. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do this. I don't even care who the frick's playing, like I said before. But you know what? I have to say one thing to Chiefs fan. In the past, I didn't dislike the Chiefs. I didn't dislike Mahomes. But after that freaking game, Jets versus Chiefs, and Mahomes was looking for a flag and whining like crazy, like a freaking baby. And it wasn't even penalties. That pass interference on Sauce, I remember that. That was bull. With the capital S, but I can't say that. I'm ready. I'm ready for the Chiefs to be dethroned this year. Ready for the freaking Chiefs to be. I cannot take a three-peat. It's the same narrative every year. It gets very repetitive. It gets very boring. I just can't do it anymore. Just can't do it anymore, Jake.
Well, Charlie,
I tried it then.
I hope you had a great day at work.
Yeah, it was great. Now I'm gonna go to the bar, watch the game, have a drink.
You're doing an appearance at the main event, I believe you said, right?
Yep, I'll be on with my friend Will. So we'll be
All
there.
right. All right. Come meet Charlie the dog groomer at the main event in Farmingdale tonight, folks. All right. I said that was the last call, but we got two legends on the line, so we'll continue. Boba Jet is next. Hello, Boba Jet.
Yo, what's going on, Jay? Can you hear me just good?
Oh, we hear you, Boba.
Awesome. Listen, I don't have any points to make. I just want to say I'm happy for the season to start. I'm a little frustrated, obviously, on the Hassan Reddick note, but we'll see where that goes. The game's a couple of days away. We'll see if he reports. But I'll see you on Monday night at T Square. I got my buddies on.
You better be wearing the Boba Jet helmet.
Oh, I'm bringing it.
Let's go.
I'm definitely bringing it. So, listen, I'm not sure how much I'm going to drink that night, so I don't know how wild I'm going to get, but I'll definitely bring the helmet. And if you want to wear it, if you want to sign it, whatever.
Look, you wearing the helmet will infinitely enhance the watch party experience. So I can't wait to see it in action.
Definitely. Well, listen, JETS, Jets.
Boba Jet, everybody. Incredible. We got to get a Jet logo on that. We got to get him like a Jet sticker or something. I have Jake Asman show stickers, but I don't have a Jet sticker. Ladies and gentlemen, we wrap our show. Hold on. Two more calls. It's Genergy and Dre. That's it. Dre just called in. As I said, we're going to do Genergy, then close it out. Genergy, what do you got for us?
What up? Oh, my God. I love how Dre's literally right after me.
We'll do them together. Why not? Here we go.
Hey, what up? Dre. First of all, Dre didn't even know about the edge motifs with his likeness.
Yeah, I just found out about that today. Yeah.
Hello.
I gotta get like 9 shirts or 10 shirts because I'm giving them out as Christmas gifts.
That's
amazing. That's for He Gonna Die Productions. That's the perfect gift for. Oh my gosh, this is too funny. So I wasn't even gonna call. I was gonna wait to call tomorrow because I didn't have time. But I was like, no, I need to call because there's some negativity and some shenanigans. And sometimes, yeah, it's really funny and entertaining. But we got to be positive. If Bill Belichick has positive reviews for the New York Jets, the freaking coach that we hated for so many years, we got to have some positivity. So I'm not feeding into the whole Reddick ridiculousness business. I'm not going to pay attention to all that. We're just going to focus on what's at hand, which is the game, preparing for Monday. And if anything, we could always get Lowski, Dre, a couple of other Asmaniacs, call up Reddick and be like, listen, you need to get it together. And they'll just negotiate the contract. You're going to negotiate, Dre?
Absolutely. I'll be like, first of all, get your ass in the locker room, get with your teammates. I don't know what these dudes. These dudes are costing you money. You want money. You want more money, right? The one way not to do it is to be holding out and penalizing yourself to prove a point. There's not one point that could possibly be made by holding out, by doing all of this. I was like, bro, listen, let me get you an IPA, go ahead, crack one open, sit down, and I'm gonna tell you how you make your money. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go there, be like, listen, Joey, I need the bag. I need a little something. You want to hire me as an assassin? Let me make it a center base. Hey, for every sack that I get, it's on +2 on plus 200K, whatever you need. Whatever you need, and then let your performance make you your money, which is you've been underpaid, you outperformed your contract, so now I'm gonna give you clear goals to hit. Otherwise, just playing the franchise tag. We could have just tagged you and called it a day.
Yeah.
Let's get it together and let's make this happen. But furthermore, Mr. Reality over there, I don't know if he's in the comments today. I had to look, but Mr. Reality was running his mouth last game, the last show, and he had something to say. All I'm saying is, baby, I know you scared now. You don't want to show up to T Squared. You there? 75% you gonna be there, bro. I'm gonna be there. I'm coming from 4 hours away, and while me and you sit down and have a conversation, since you like calling me kid and everything like that, you don't even know how old I am. But I'm gonna set you straight. And if I was you, I would keep my hands where I can see them, because Rob don't like when people move suddenly around me. So all I'm saying is, settle down, bro. You just got here. You can talk. You can talk smack to Asmaniacs when you got green letters in your name. Until then, pipe down, homie.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dre.
Is Brock Purdy gonna run for his life on the opener? He's gonna die. Let's go. J-E-T-S, Jets, let's go!
The video that started it all. And Dre, of course, will be at the watch party on Monday to watch Brock Purdy die, in his words. Jenergy will be there. It's a party, folks. Come out to T Squared. I can't wait. We're just a couple days away. All right. This guy is going all Bobby Midnight on me behind the scenes. I went to him already once. No one knew what was happening. Maybe there was a tech issue. Jet, Mets, Rutgers. Hello.
Yeah, Jake. My bad. I couldn't even hear you.
I could tell.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm super excited about this season. I'm about to go bananas, yo. I'm about to lose my gosh darn bananas. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas.
At T Squared, baby. Be there or be square. Jets. And Jets.
Great call. Tremendous. The calls today have been off the rails. We could usually say that every day, but today's been a unique one. Hit the like button before we wrap. If you're one of the 400 people watching, if you have not hit the subscribe button on your screen to the right, please do so. It helps us continue to grow. If you're a Jet fan going to London, when I sign off this very show, I'm going to post in my Discord exclusively a full meetup announcement for a party the night before Jets Vikings in the UK. It has been finalized. I'm excited about it. It is a month from right now. So join my Patreon, get in the Discord. If you're a Jet fan going to London, you're trying to connect with other Jet fans, other Asmaniacs who will be there. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. For just a cup of coffee a month, you get bonus shows, Discord access, your name in the intro, and a whole lot more. Shout out to That's No Ghost, Eli Y, and Rubino for being our 3 most recent Patreon subscribers. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Wild show. Thanks to Coach Fialkow for being a part of it at the beginning. My name is Jake Asman. This has been the Jake Asman Show. I want to thank the audience for tuning in. I'll talk to you guys soon. Go Jets.
I can't believe they have to sing the ABCs.
Yeah, there's only
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Oh, voice crack. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
Who was that lovely lady?
That was Carly.
Oh. Anyway.
Yep. Charles, I think we talked about you calling in and chewing on the air again. You couldn't wait till after your call to eat. You talk to me and then you eat.
Anyway,
this is a great angle for you, Charles. Even better angle. Where are you calling us from?
Burger King in Hope Lawn.
What did you get?
A BK Royal Crispy Sandwich with Swiss cheese on it. No tomato. About to finish up my fries. I'm about to have a slice of birthday cake.
Very nice. Charles, I think you should give all your takes from this angle moving forward. Charles, you watched the debate last night?
Yes, I did.
What were your thoughts?
I'm not a fan of the guy who's in office, and I'm not a fan of RFK.
Sounds like you're a Trump guy, if I'm interpreting that right.
You could pretty much say that.
Please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore.
Some of your calls actually remind me of our president last night. Your mama told me that your last name was Gormani, but it was changed to Gorman at Ellis Island.
You never talked to my mom.
You don't know that.
My last name is Gorman, not Gormani. I'm 7/8 Italian and 1/8 Irish.
Gormani changed to Gorman at Ellis Island.
Didn't know about that.
See?
Right, definitely.
It's good talking with you, Bobby. Are you doing another show today or no?
Yeah, after the 6:30 show, I'm going to do my show. Nice to talk to you, Charles.
Take care, Bobby.
One of my first cards was in the 90s, the quarterback who went down with ACL.
What was the hand for? I don't understand. It sounded like that was part of the story.
Oh, I do that.
You look like you have a massive hand.
No,
I mean, that's impressive, I guess.
ADHD, Bren. That's something that
What does it have to do with your hand?
Us 90 kids do a lot of dumb shit. But like, all I know is I studied the Jets quarterback play over the years, and then that's what I started to do as a kid, and then I got into football.
What's up, fellas?
Come on, what are you doing?
You're in trouble now, Jake.
Hi, Mr. Bones. How you feeling today? How's the little kids doing?
I can't concentrate. Jake.
Been a pimple on my ass all morning so far.
He's playing extra fart sounds, so we gotta. Jets, Jets.